In 1991, the Sega Genesis was home to some of the most visually stunning and innovative games of its time. Disney games were no exception, often lauded for their creativity and charm. Fantasia for the Sega Genesis aimed to translate the magic of Disney's groundbreaking 1940 animated movie into an interactive experience. However, despite its ambition and visual appeal, the game received mixed reviews due to frustrating gameplay and design choices. Disney's 1940 movie Fantasia was a revolutionary project that blended classical music with stunning animation, creating a sensory experience unlike anything seen before. Decades later, Disney Interactive partnered with Sega to create a game inspired by the movie. The idea was to capture the movie's essence by pairing music-driven gameplay with imaginative visuals. Developed by Infogrames, Fantasia was heavily inspired by the animated sequences of the movie, such as The Sorcerer's Apprentice and the Nutcracker Suite. The developers sought to recreate the whimsical and surreal worlds from the movie, ensuring the game's art style closely matched Disney's iconic animation. Unfortunately, the development was plagued by time constraints. Sega and Infogrames had to release the game quickly to capitalize on the Disney brand's popularity, leading to a lack of polish in key areas like gameplay mechanics and level design. One of the game's biggest criticisms stemmed from the absence of certain iconic tracks from the movie. This omission was reportedly due to licensing issues surrounding classical compositions featured in Fantasia. As music was a central theme of both the movie and the game, this setback hindered the experience. Unlike most platformers of the era, it doesn't have a traditional story. Instead, it loosely follows the narrative of the movie's Sorcerer's Apprentice sequence. Players control Mickey Mouse, who accidentally causes chaos when he brings a broomstick to life using his master's magical hat. In the game, Mickey must journey through various dreamlike worlds to recover the stolen musical notes that have scattered across the land. These notes are essential for restoring harmony to the magical world. Fantasia is a side-scrolling platformer where players navigate Mickey through beautifully designed levels inspired by the movie's vignettes. Each stage features unique environments, such as mystical forests, underwater caves, and volcanic landscapes. The primary objective in each level is to collect scattered musical notes while avoiding enemies and environmental hazards. Collecting enough notes unlocks the path to the next level, adding an element of exploration to the gameplay. Enemies include bizarre creatures like dancing mushrooms, enchanted brooms, and floating spirits. Mickey has a limited attack ability where he casts magical spells to defeat these foes. However, his slow movement and clunky attack animations often leave players vulnerable, making combat frustrating. One of the game's most criticized aspects is its difficulty. Levels are filled with unpredictable enemy patterns, precise platforming requirements, and cryptic objectives. Players must meticulously search every corner of the map for musical notes, which can lead to tedious backtracking. Despite its flaws, it excels in creating a dreamlike atmosphere. The game's visuals are vibrant and surreal, perfectly capturing the spirit of the movie. The environments are richly detailed, with animations that bring Disney's world to life. While it features recognizable tracks like the Nutcracker Suite and Dance of the Hours, some of the movie's most iconic compositions, such as Night on Bald Mountain and Ave Maria, are absent. Licensing restrictions likely prevented their inclusion, which was a disappointment for fans of the movie. It was one of the first Disney games developed for the Sega Genesis, paving the way for later successes like Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Aladdin. While it didn't achieve the same acclaim, it set a precedent for future Disney games on Sega consoles. The game contains several hidden areas and items that reward players for exploring thoroughly. These secrets often reference the original movie, adding a layer of nostalgia for fans. Fantasia is often considered one of the weaker Disney games of the 16-bit era due to its frustrating gameplay. However, it has developed a cult following among retro gamers who appreciate its artistic ambition and historical significance. Despite its reception, the game holds a special place in gaming history as an ambitious attempt to merge classical music with interactive storytelling. Its shortcomings highlight the challenges of adapting a timeless masterpiece like Fantasia into a video game format. Fantasia for the Sega Genesis is a fascinating example of how ambition and execution don't always align. While its stunning visuals and attempt to capture the spirit of Disney's classic movie deserve recognition, its frustrating mechanics and design flaws left many players disappointed. Whether you see it as a misunderstood gem or a misstep in Disney's gaming history, Fantasia remains a unique entry in the Sega Genesis library. Let us know your thoughts about this ambitious title in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more retro gaming content.